Just checking to see if the live stream is actually working. Just refreshing the pages. Let's see. How do you check? Okay. All right. Looks like, yeah, we're live on. Oh, we don't need to do that. Okay. All right. So, haven't done this for a little while. A web page is slowing. What would you like to do? Oh, well, let's stop it, whatever it is. Okay. Go to my chats. What I thought I'd decide to do today is just to mess around with this Photoshop thingamajiggy. Okay, you probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but a couple days ago I just did a Photoshop silly thing. Here, I'll show you. Is this my desktop? You see? Yeah. So I went and I created this Photoshop of like, here's Biden, here's Trump, and here's Joe Rogan, and it's just a silly thing because apparently there was some joke about, or not even a joke. I think actually Trump actually said he'd do it. He would debate Biden on the Joe Rogan show. So I photoshopped this thing together and I posted it on Reddit, and some people were thought it was funny, and then someone reposted it, and it looks like a lot of people liked it. So it's 23,000 likes. And so I thought I would do another version. Actually, I was thinking about doing more, but I just, this was just goofing around. So I thought I'm going to do my idea right now is I'll do another version, but it's like one hour into the debate, and I'm going to add some funny stuff. Like, for example, I originally was going to add Alex Jones and Eddie Bravo. You probably don't know. Well, for those, a lot of people probably don't know this, but if you follow the Joe Rogan show, there's some of his guests are pretty funny. Okay, and I thought I'd just show, might as well just record it as I'm photoshopping it. So what I've already done is I have already gotten a whole bunch of source material, and that's what these folders here on the left are. So just, how I did it is I've got a Photoshop file, and I would save it every once in a while. And then I have all kinds of like source images that I was using, and here's the final one. So the final one looks like this. That's what you just saw. And then I have, like I said, source material. So I just went on the internet and I just looked up different images and saved them. So here's some different versions of Alex Jones that I found. He's popping out of a tank or something. I don't know what that is. And so there's some really great shots there. And then Eddie Bravo, if you don't know him, he's like an MMA guy who's one of Joe Rogan's friends. He's pretty nutty. And so I've got some images of him. And that's my dog. And then here's Joe Rogan. And I'll have to explain, like, I had to get certain angles and stuff. But anyhow, so I also have Biden and Trump, and maybe I'll even add Elon Musk. I don't have sources. And I had to recreate the studio because I can explain that to you. It doesn't really matter. But anyhow, so I go to Photoshop, and here's the Photoshop file. Well, let me just make sure people are actually... oh, Tiago, what's up, dude? This should become material for a class one day, but how to make social commentary with art. Yeah. So Tiago is one of my fellow professors. We both teach game art and animation at a college. And so he just chatted something to me. Okay, so here it is. Here's the first file. And I'll tell you how it works. So first I had to recreate the studio, and I had an image, like I had a whole bunch of screenshots, right? And so here are the screenshots. And what I did, I just went to like YouTube, and I went to high res version of the video and did screenshots. And if you notice here, Joe Rogan is leaning back. So this would reveal this part of this golden elephant. And in this one, he's leaning forward, which would reveal the background. So I had to sort of merge versions, a whole bunch of versions of this in order. And this guy here hardly ever moved, so I had to sort of fake it. So I was able to capture a little bit of this in the background here, and I think he moves forward somewhere else. So if you go to the Photoshop file, that's what this. Come here. Where's Photoshop? Yeah, here's the Photoshop. That's what this one image here is. I'll just toggle it all on and off. So this is a merging of various versions of the background. And here's Trump that I just basically used the marquee tool to chop out. And I expanded his bottom down here. And here's the version of Biden. And if you notice, I have enough of the background recreated so that the Trump goes on top of it and covers it up. Same with the Biden. And then I popped Joe Rogan in here. And some people said that he's definitely too big, so I had to scale him down. And then what I had to do is I had to make it look like their hands are on top of the table. So I made a version of the table that's actually, it's multiple versions of the table, because I had to get a version where this guy's hands weren't here and Joe's hands weren't there. So this is actually a merging of several images. But the idea is, when you look at it, the table cuts off this part of Trump's hand and then this part of Biden's hand. So I had to add them on afterwards. So there's the little piece that's missing from Biden's hand. There's a piece missing Trump's hand. There's the table back in. There's those guys. And you can see if I toggle on Trump's little piece, it shows up again. And here's Biden's little piece. Now, in order to make this thing look real, I had to pay attention to the lighting and the shadows. So I purposely found photos where they were sitting down, right? And Biden had to recreate quite a bit, actually. I had to move his angle of his body and stuff. But so the lighting was good. So as if there's a source of light here, as if it's bouncing off Trump's face here and here. And so that took a bit of tweaking to find something that was good. And like I said, I had to recreate part of their body here, which was simple. And I added the hands in. Then I noticed, oh yeah, the table. This was actually a tricky part. The original table has, if you notice, there's all kinds of crap here and shadows and stuff. So I had to find different versions of their bodies where the shadows were kind of mimicking the shadows that were here. And everything worked out great for the merging of multiple tables, except for I figured there should be a bit of a shadow here, so I just added a little bit of a shadow. See, you can see it when I toggle it on and off. And all that is just a bit of just like a spray, like a paint with a certain opacity. I think I used overlay, which is, it affects the layer below it with a certain amount of darkness. So if I hide all that stuff, you can see there's the shadow. There are the hand pieces. There's the table. Putting it together. This is what I did before to make this one. Okay, so now, let me just make sure. Let me see if anyone's listening to me. Let me just go to Facebook for a sec. So we got. Okay, Facebook's working. I'm just gonna like Diago's. Can I even do it? I don't even know. This new Facebook, I don't even know how to use it. So screw it. Okay. Yeah, is even Twitch even working? I'm not really a big whatchamacallit streamer. Okay. Facebook. Okay. So here we are. Now, what I was originally wanted to do was add Alex Jones in there and maybe like in the background or something. But I kind of just, I didn't want to go too far. I can make this thing look better. Like, I noticed that they look Photoshop because I didn't color correct this original image enough. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to go back and show some of the original ones. You can see how I kind of progressed. It might be kind of neat. So this is the original one. I think, I don't even know if I have. Yes. So that's how it originally started. And yeah, so I had to start, and I had to I used semi-transparency to try to get it positioning right. Anyhow, there's about 5 or 6 different files. As I improve, I sort of like clean up the files and save them as a new version so nothing gets deleted. Okay, anyway, here we are. One of the first things, okay, I have a file here called temp. And at the top, I'm just rambling. You know, this is not going to be that good, but this is called color check. And what it is a screenshot with I cropped out with the 2 dudes in here. I don't know this guy's name. That's Joe. And I want to get the color of the skins right. So I use this to try to match, to try to color correct the character, the photos of the peoples in. So here we are. I've got some versions of already picked out, but they're not perfect. So for example, this could be Trump on over here. I call it Trump hands up. This is a Trump hands low. Let me just quickly, I'm just going to, where is it? Okay. I'm going to just scale it up to where I think it should be. It's going to have to be around here. Ironically, it's low resolution, which will probably make it look better than the other images, because this is high resolution and the background's low resolutions. Anyhow, I'm just going to flip it horizontally, and obviously I have to make it larger. So let me just make it a little bit larger, something like this. Okay, so it's not perfect yet. Obviously, it's still a little small, but that could be the new Trump. My idea was it's gonna get like, maybe I'll do. Okay, here's my little idea. The second one, which is 1 hour later into the interview, things are like starting, like maybe Joe and Trump are starting to go a little crazy, and then at this point, Joe Rogan's gonna be smoking a joint. And then the third one, I think just everything's going to be on fire. if I do a third one. So, okay, so we have hands, Trump low is a possibility. Hands, called hands up. Let me just flip it, edit, transform horizontal, boop. Okay, so this one, I have to pay attention to the light source. Otherwise, it's just not going to work. Also, oh shit. I have to, also there may not be enough of the body here. So like this kind of thing is, actually, you know what I could do is I might be able to merge these two. Well, no, I can't. See, I don't have the rest of his body down here, and it might look goofy if I Photoshop it, but at least that's a possibility. Okay, Trump hands up, Trump hands low. And I could get some better Trump ones, but let's just stick with this for now, okay? Now, Eddie Bravo, I have some really good ones that I haven't imported to Photoshop, but let's just say that could be one called Eddie Mello. And my idea is I was thinking of putting like Alex Jones here and like Eddie Bravo here, just because keep the composition similar. This one I like. I call this Eddie WTF. And I have a bunch more that we could use, but this is just what I've got so far. Then Alex Jones, this one could be, come here, Alex Jones. I call Alex Jones praying, although obviously he's not praying. Come on. I'm just using hotkeys, so people probably won't know what's happening, but I'm using my keyboard. So Alex Jones will maybe go here, someone in the background. And obviously smaller. I have to play around to see what kind of expressions that'll make the most sense. Oops. History. Yeah, I kind of did the transform wrong. Let me just bring him out here. So Alex Jones will be maybe here. Then there's this one. That's pretty good. I got lots of options for Alex Jones. Again, since the light, I have to look at the light source, and I have to also consider these mics, because you know they're just going to be coming out of nowhere. This one was just funny. I don't think it's going to fit. I don't know. Then for Biden, this one could work. Although the problem with this one is that it doesn't totally look like Biden. Like it's not as iconic. So I'd flip it over here. I would scale it up a little bit. I'm keeping it. I'm just doing that. And then I'm not sure if it'll work because the angle may not be just right. Anyhow, we could have Biden yelling here. And then this one, I like this one the best. I'm thinking like the idea is that they're escalating. It's getting a little crazier. Thanks, Ken. Okay, so if we do this one, edit, flip, horizontal. Where are you? Oops, I gotta select the layer. Edit, flip horizontal. I'm also using an older version of Photoshop. I actually have access to the latest version because I teach, and I'm just too lazy to install it. I just haven't gotten around to it. Okay, so there's that could be. I don't know if that would work though, because look at the angle. It's very unnatural. Although it would. Also he's looking at yeah, you can just tell it won't work. Okay, so let's try something else. Now this is kind of funny. This is Eddie. This is Eddie Bravo, and pretending to give Alex Jones a headlock because that's what. What's his face? Alex Jones in this episode was coaxing Eddie Bravo to choke him out. Choke me out. So that's what that is. But then there's Joe Rogan. So there could be this one. Do a head replacement on who? Yeah, that's true. I could also just do a head replacement. Tiago was suggesting for Joe and Trump because that would make my life easier. I have to go in and do all this stuff. Do Eddie having Biden? Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Well, it depends on how close I can make it. Make the lighting look. Okay, this one is not bad. It's missing an elbow. I could fake the elbow, and I could Photoshop out this mic. So that's kind of funny. But there's some better ones. It's like, for example, this one, dress them like UFC fighters. So this one is pretty good. So or this one. So I haven't quite sure. This is nice as progression from the previous one where Joe's like, what the hell? And this one he's going again, what the hell? Or I think this one is kind of cute. He's just like screw this, and he's letting a big fat blunt. Which one do you like, Tiago? This one I'm calling it Joe Pink shirt lighting. And then this is Joe Pink shirt smoking. Yeah, I think the lighting one. Yeah, well, there's also this one is awesome too, but I think there's something about this one where his expression is he's almost like laughing to himself. This one he's just very dedicated to. He's like in his own world. So I kind of like pink shirt one. So pink shirt lighting the joint. Yeah, that's my gut too. Okay, so here's what I do. Let's just say I like pink shirt lighting the joint. I'm going to make a copy of it in case I screw it up. So I'm going to move it from the temp area into my actual. Actually, I'm going to duplicate this whole section so that this is the second version. I'm going to call it 1 hour later because that's what. Oh shit! Pink shirt is funnier. I agree. Okay, I'm just creating a group here. I'm going to call it 1 hour later because that's going to probably be the name of this thing. And what I'm going to do is, for those who don't know Photoshop, these are all different layers that you can work in, and you can group them together. So I'm calling this one the first, and I'm now hiding it. It's no longer visible. Hey, what the hell? That's not right. I'm definitely not trying to teach Photoshop here. It'd take me too long. Why isn't this? There it is. Okay. I want to hide this. Why isn't the studio showing? What the hell? Oh, I bet you hit transparency. Yep. Okay. I accidentally hit the one key. There we go. All right. Okay. So what I have here is 1 hour later. This is the version I'm working on. I'm going to take that copy of Pink Joe shirt lighting. I like to keep the original copy here in case I screw it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide the temp stuff, and I'm only working here. So let's just make Joe. Yeah, exactly, Tiago. That's the expression. Like, what the hell am I doing? Okay, so in order for this one to work, I have to make Trump and Biden even crazier, and then that's why I was thinking slipping in the other guys in the background to make it funny. Okay, so Joe Pink shirt. So Joe is below. The reason why he's below the table is so that the table can cut him off perfectly. But I'm going to move him above the table for now. And the question is, so I'm going to use this thing called a marquee tool where I can just free select. There's a few options. One, I'm just going to do a free select with the mouse, all this stuff, and I'm just going to cut it out. And then later I'm going to go in and fine tune it. So I delete that, okay? And now I'm going to use a transform tool. I'm going to scale him down. Actually, you know what? Here's a little trick. I recommend doing the marquee tool when it's higher resolution, then scale it down. It makes the edges of the lines of the photo look better. Okay, so the question is, do I keep? I have to somehow fake putting in like the rest of this mic boom thing, or I could Photoshop it out and try to replace what's missing. And I could use the content aware tool, but I think my version of Photoshop is so old, it's probably a crappy version. Okay, anyhow, here we go. Let's do the selection first. Okay, so I'm zooming in, and I'm using this marquee selection tool. You could use the magnetic lasso tool, which sort of tries to figure out how close to the edge things are, and it's actually not bad. Sometimes it works okay. I'm just going to click twice to make the selection, then I'll hit delete. I'll hide everything else so we can see what I'm doing here. Okay, so it's a shame you didn't update. They all have AI. Yeah, I know. Well, I've been meaning to do it. I just haven't. I don't know. I got to install the Creative Suite thing. They have AI-based content film and AI-based marquee selection. It probably saved me a lot of time. Okay, so doing the selection like I am more manually, the problem is you're going to notice anti-aliasing on the edges. So you have to be really aware of contrast of color. So what I actually like to do is until I find the new AI stuff, I like to use a polygonal tool, which just makes straight lines, and you could just chop stuff off really quick. And because I'm going to be shrinking this down, you're not going to notice the fact it's not smooth. I kind of find this is quicker, and I know 100% what Thiago's talking about, where there's new tools that just makes your life much easier. So like, but that would, and I'll get down to it. I really should be using a newer Photoshop. So you can even see it doesn't look right because there's a bit of darkness on this edge here. So I'd have to go in a few pixels deeper and clean that up if I want to be really particular. Now you'll notice that I didn't do a great job on Trump, and that's why he doesn't look super realistic. If I go in here, look, I was just being lazy. These dark lines make him it looks artificial. So I should be doing something like this, where I go in here and I just snip off that last little bit of dark edges, and that'll help make him look more realistic. But this literally was just meant to be a bit of a goof. I wasn't trying to go like hardcore perfection here. And it's kind of funny, it was actually on hold. I was doing a lot of this while I was on hold. See this, you can tell right here. If I zoom in this part of the finger, that little bit of blackness just catches your eye. And then when you get rid of it, it makes it look better. Okay, so I could go in and I could clean these things up. Like if you look here, you can see look how dark this line is around the edge of his fingers. That's if people want to go, yeah, it looks like he's photoshopped. Well, that's probably what you're seeing, artificial lines. Okay, that's still bugging me. I can't help it. Here's a funny, interesting fact. I've been using Photoshop before it came out in North America. I started with version 1 when I was living in Japan. I started using the Japanese version, and it was all in Japanese, so I didn't even know what half the names were. So I've literally used Photoshop for the entire since its birth. Okay. I don't even know why I'm doing this because I'm not even using this picture of Trump. That was kind of stupid. Anyhow, okay. Let's go back to Joe Pink Shirt Lighting. All right, let's zoom in here. Oops, I'm 1 pixel off. But, oops, wrong layer. Go back to Joe. Hit. There we go. Bada bing. Oop, what the? Okay. Okay, what do we got to do? See, this is not that exciting. If you're just learning Photoshop, don't do this. Go figure out what the new tool is, how it works. You could probably do this in a lot less time. I just posted it on the Joe Rogan private Discord. Keep going is about to blow up. You think so? That'd be pretty funny. Blow up. Do you mean you posted the live stream, Tiago? You know what's funny? One time, okay, so I was on D Live. Like I think I'm multi-streaming right now. Yeah, I think I'm so I'm multi-streaming on D Live. And there I am. Oh, look at fuck! I look so weird. Anyhow, and apparently what they do is they highlight people every once in a while. They'll go into a live stream, and I just started using this thing, and then they bombarded me, and there was like 100 people here, and I was like, whoa, what's going on? Okay, maybe we could do something where we raise money for a charity. How about that? Or, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let's try to make something popular, something good. Like maybe I think it should be totally unrelated. What could it be related to? I know. We should, if there's like some sort of organization that's trying to get money out of politics, that's what it should be. That would be something good. Oh shit! You know what? I'm doing a painting on a paddle for a charity. I have to start it. I got the paddle over here. I'll take it out later. Anyhow, it's for Camp Uchigeas, which is this camp for kids who have cancer, and it's like a chance for them to kids who basically they're all going through chemo. Well, not all, but a lot of them are going through chemo, so they were self-conscious about maybe losing their hair. I mean, that's probably a small part of it. It's just a chance for the kids who are having a crappy time with cancer to get away, and I think it's all charity run, but. Either last year or the year before, they asked me to do a paddle, and then they auctioned it off. So that could be something. I don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying that if maybe, let's say this does blow up, let's try to put it to some good use. So maybe something with video games. I once was thinking about starting a charity involving video games. For those of people who don't know, I've been in the video game industry for like 25 years. And so my point is, I was thinking either, like, either, I mean, it was part of it was hoping to make game developers a bit more recognized individually, because I mean, it's only been in the past, maybe 10 years that people with game developers actually have some kind of name recognition. And I always thought it was kind of a shame. I mean, I get it, because the people who make games are so behind the scenes. You don't see their faces very much, like at least when you're playing games. And also, too, game development is an incredibly a team-based thing. It's really not about a single person. It's really a team. But I thought it'd be kind of cool somehow to like have a foundation that either like, the well-known game developers would come over and play with sick kids in the hospital or something, and donate signed copies of the game. That was something I'm sure it's happening. It'd be down to organize an ongoing charity event thing. Okay, so you probably know that I've done lots of organizing. Like I founded the Toronto IGDA, and I built I helped. I was part of the Ontario Game Developers Association. So we just be careful what you wish for, dude. It's a lot of work to organize these things, and it gets political. That was the reason why I kind of like stopped doing all that. It just got too political. So it's almost like I'm willing to bet, Diego, that if you just looked around, it already exists. And but yeah, something with video games would be cool. Something with kids, helping kids. Or if it was something political, it would have to like definitely something about getting money out of politics. And yeah, that would be my first thought. I'm sure we come up with something else. Look at that sweat on his head. If you want to organize something, we could always talk. I know enough people in the industry to... Oh, you know what? Also, I almost did. I almost started a cryptocurrency, and called Gamercoin. I actually registered Gamercoin back. I was into cryptos and quite early on, and so I was going to create a coin called Gamercoin. Is it Gamecoin or Gamercoin? I don't know. Which Gamercoin? It's either Gamecoin or Gamercoin. I have the .com for it. And the idea was, I talked to the head of the IGDA at the time, and he was like down for it. And the idea was, it would be an award, a crypto award, that would help support funding for especially indie studios. And I had a whole idea of how it would actually have value. I mean, and I started talking to some of the heavy hitters in the industry I know, and I just realized it was just too much damn work for, I have to make a living. I can't spend all my time doing that. But that was almost a thing. And I talked to a whole bunch of people in the industry, and a lot of people were like, yeah, this could work. But I realized I have to find someone who was an absolute crypto currency tech person who was willing to commit a lot of time to it, and but it was a good idea. Okay, so here we are. So I now have Joe Pink shirt lighting pretty much chopped out. Obviously, it's not good. Look at his head. Look how lumpy his head is. Oh, I know why. I didn't follow the right line. Let me just fix this up. His head is actually here. It should be smoother. I kind of screwed that up. No wonder his head looks weird. Okay, so OTOY, the ones that created Octane created a coin for decentralized render allocation. First of all, I don't know what OTOY means. That's an abbreviation for something. Okay, well, that's good enough for now. Okay, so we have Joe Pink shirt, and what I like to do, since I don't have any version control on my just home computer, I like to make copies, and this is how I do it. So I made a copy And because I'm going to keep the original, it's higher res. And then I like to have like a little sort of like dump area. And what I do is I usually just bring it below the background, and I can keep that temporarily. So I'm going to put back in my studio. I'm going to put back in pink into Joe's shirt. I'm going to add back in the table, and it's the company name. Oh, so everyone would have their computers on the network, and you can distribute rendering. Oh, that's interesting. Octane. Yeah, there's so many different crypto coins. Okay, I'm just getting distracted here. Okay, so size. Size is important. I'm going to take Joe and scale him down. Actually, I'm going to bring in the old Joe for reference, because some people point out on Reddit that this Joe was actually a little too big, and I agree. I mean, I just eyeballed it and scaled him down. So I'm going to take the new Joe and make him slightly smaller than this Joe. So actually, oh, I see his shoulders. So, I mean, the problem, look, he's going to be right down here. He's a little cute little guy. Here we go. Okay. He's quite smaller. I'll take out the old Joe. There's the new Joe. Now, obviously, he's not color corrected, but what I care about right now is just composition. The good thing is the lighting is good. It almost looks like these lights are coming off of here. So that could work. Oh, yeah, I don't know where this... I have to fake something with his mic sticking out here. Okay. You know what? Now that I see it, I don't know if this is a good picture of Joe Rogan, because the nuance of him kind of smiling, I'm not sure if it's still there. I don't know. Anyhow, let's just try bringing in a new Biden. Oh god, that one would be good, but it's just such a... Well, this one actually, it could work. I might be able to make this one happen. You know, like make it sort... He's like just turned away. That actually could work. That could work. I like this one because it looks like Biden. This one is good, but his face doesn't look like Biden, does it? Yeah, the other one, I think the other one is actually going to work. Okay, so let's go with... Okay, let's do that. Let's bring him down here out of the temp zone. And I'm going to have to do the same kind of thing I did a minute ago, where I got to go and... yeah, the pointing is perfect. I agree. Okay, so I'm going to have to do the same thing. So what I'll do is I'll bring him up here. I'll hide everything else. And I'll go in and I'll just do a rough job. Actually, for doing a rough job, I like to do the lasso tool, which is the lasso tool is just sort of free form, and I'm just using my mouse to draw around it. Just gonna get the big chunks out of the way. Okay, no, I changed my mind. I'm going to do it right. Well, everything I'm doing is sort of semi-right. It's like it's almost good. Like if I really was trying to do a proper Photoshop, I mean, I would take a lot more care. But as I said, this is just a goof, a gaffe. I'm trying to like imitate Ethan from that E3 show, or whatever it's called. You can do non-destructive and paint the mask instead of removing the actual image. So, dude, you know what this is? I don't know how to do proper masks. I 100% know what you're doing, but I've always been so lazy. Like I've never needed to like actually do it properly. So I know I just haven't figured it out. And I know like... you know, you go over here, you create a new layer mask, and then you edit it. So Yeah, I should probably do that. That's literally what I was just thinking of. I'm not kidding. I was literally just thinking I should be using masks, just like you said when I was saying how this is not like the real proper way to do it. I'm just sort of being lazy. Like it's right here, so I'm just deleting and editing it. You can do so. Okay, should I even try? I mean, maybe I should learn how to do it. Um, Maybe you could just tell me how to do it. Do I go to hey, autistic bot from India. How you doing? Okay. So to do a just non-destructive layer mask, is it you just get what um layer mask? You know what? I don't want to sit here and just try to figure out. Maybe Tiago, you can maybe I could you can tell give me instructions as I'm doing this and I could figure it out. It's been a long time. Yeah, I remember. Select the layer, click on the mask. Okay. Okay, just so it doesn't screw up, I'm going to make a copy of this one. Okay. And then when you say click on the mask, is it this little bad boy down here? I click this, right? And then is it no, see? Okay, you tell me after. It's something incredibly simple. Yeah. Mask icon. You're talking about like one of these little guys up here? I think he's talking about one of these ones. Not lock. Your messages are delayed. Oh. Lock all. Hey, autistic. Well, I haven't streamed in a couple months, and I sent it out to D Live too. So I'm probably on D Live right now. I just haven't looked in to see if anyone's talking there. Yeah, I'm on D Live, right there. But no one's watching me there, so it's no big deal. Okay. Yeah, well, until you tell me exactly how to do it, I'm just gonna keep on going at this like old school, old fart way to do it, which is not recommended. Listen to Tiago. You should be using a non-destructive layer mask. For those who don't know, it just means what I'm actually doing is I'm actually affecting the rasterized image directly. I'm actually cutting and destroying pixels. There's a way where you can create what's called a mask, and you can affect that, which in real time affects the layer. On the bottom of the layer float window, okay, this thing down here, the icon with the mask. It's hard to talk because the video has a delay. I understand. Yeah, but okay. So I was pretty sure what I do is this is a layer mask, right? And then I thought what I do is I start drawing now, and this is affecting the mask only. I can't remember, to be honest. Opacity, I don't remember. I don't recall if it's something like that. Well, I think Jago's like actually trying to give me instructions in real times, and so he'll notice a delay because I've been clicking buttons too fast. I'm on a Mac, so I'll click. You know what? I'll figure it out later. I'm sure this is just as fine. I mean, I know 100% what you're talking about. Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it's not like I have done it in the past, for sure. Sometimes this is actually just kind of relaxing, so I don't mind it so much. Let me just get the basics done. Just the basic composition. Like for example, it's possible after I've done all this, something just doesn't work. So I don't want to spend too much time on this part. So I'm just going to chop out this part. Where does it go to? Up here? Okay. Okay, so there's Joe. There we go, Joe Biden. And there's the table, and there's... So I'm going to move that version of Joe yelling here. I'm going to make... Oh, yeah, so it did affect the layer mask. Oops. You can see it looks like it was creating the mask. So, autistic bot. I'm just doing a spoof on the idea of a Trump versus Biden debate on Joe Rogan, which was bandied about a bit. Okay, so I need to bring the old Biden back. I actually think I made the old Biden too large, but this might be okay. So, okay, where's the table? Okay, so all I would need to do is cut out this little bit and then. Okay, I don't know. The problem with this one is I don't know if he's looking at Trump. This may not work. Where's Trump? There's this one or this one. Oh, this one cracks me up. I mean, this one's no. This one's funnier. This one's definitely funnier. Okay. I remember the problem with this one. Okay, so the problem with this one is there's the whole bottom part of his body I'm gonna have to fake, and it's Saturday. It's a nice day outside. I don't know how much. How much time I want to spend in it. I have to bring back the old Trump body, so I can sort of. I think I got to scale him up a bit. There. I could probably. So I made it semi-transparent just so I can see if I can match them up somehow. It's possible. I might be able to do this. Might be more work than it's worth, but... Okay, and then where's Joe? Let's bring Joe, pink shirt. Is he back in there having it? This joint. I did kind of like... Wait, the other Joe, the other Joe shocked. I mean, this could have been pretty good too, that one. But I think, yeah, Joe smoking a joint is the way to go. Okay. Joe, there we go, in a pink shirt. I think I can, let's hide this one. Okay. Now, here, I'm going to save it. That's right. I remember because you're like living in India, which is... Okay. Now the thing is, and okay, so Tiago, what do you think my idea is? Let's just say that this is popular and people want a third one. The third one I was thinking is just like the whole thing's on fire, and then Joe's just sitting there and like, I don't know, everything's burned down. I thought that was funny. Okay. All right, so we have some options. We got those guys in a headlock. Like, what we could do is I could do those two guys in a headlock, and then Elon Musk smoking a joint. There was this one picture. Elon Musk smoking, where he's making this picture. Is it this one? This one here. This one could be great. But I was thinking, is I'm gonna have to fake smoke to make this work. Wait, I want this. Okay, that's not a bad resolution. Save image as. So we could do that one. No. Yeah, that was just like so perfect. This is well. The reason why I said okay, I just a second ago I said I'd have to fake the smoke because you can't mask the smoke. So what I would have to do with this one would be trickier. I'd have to crop it out and then fake the smoke. So that's literally what I was just referring to. Okay, I think that one actually is good enough. So let's just go to like one. Where's Musk? Elon Musk. This one here. So all I do to bring it in is I have it in another Photoshop file, and then I basically hold down the shift key and drag it in here, and it'll put it right in the middle. So here it is. I have to just raise it up in layers so you can see it. There it is, and I'm going to put them up here in front of those guys. Okay. So and I think if we do this, I'm going to say Musk. I'm just going to put Musk. I'm looking at the lighting. I think, okay, the lighting on this one is good because it could be positioned left or right. But this one, I think the composition looks better if it's like over here. Is that good? No, the light seems to be coming from here. Okay, well, regardless, how I'm going to do this, I'm not quite sure. Because, like, how do I put them in the room is the question. I could, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and there's some more options. Like, it doesn't have to be like these guys like this. Let me just bring it down here and put them behind. Obviously, Musk, I have to scale down. I'm just going to temporarily scale him down just to see what a composition might look like. Looks good on you. Thanks. Okay, so like Musk would probably be like this big. I think I might scale down Joe. See what I mean? Like it's kind of awkward. It's kind of like he would see Joe is squished down. I could do it so his hand is in front of Joe or behind Joe. I don't know, but it would probably have to be like this. And then those two goofballs here. This is so funny. Look at them. Okay, I'm gonna have to like I might have to take a break. That's like the best thing ever. Here I'm gonna move Biden down a bit. Where is he? Biden. Wait, is this the right Biden? No. No. Okay, so I can get rid of that one. Where is that Biden? My brain is slowing down. Where the heck did I put that Biden? Oh my gosh. That's Joe. That's the headlock. That's Musk. Trump. Where is this layer? Am I insane here? Table. Joe. Oh, there. Wait. No. Did I not name it? I think I'm going crazy here. What the hell? Something weird's going on. Whoa. My computer just... Something's happening. Let me just save it just in case. Okay, there is Trump. That's the layer I was looking for all that time. Table, pink shirt, Musk, headlock, this one here. Okay. Right. I'm going to bring this down here because it looks like I can use this body and Trump's previous body. Where's that Biden? This is, oh yeah, Biden yelling. Okay, I'm going to put this below. And Biden yelling. Because I wanted to get more space for these guys. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to take a break. Let me just look at my OBS to see how long I've been doing this for. Just about an hour. Yeah. Let's take a look at the original. The original is here, and I'll put it right to the top. Well, where'd you go? Oh. Here's the original. I like it just because the contrast between him looking like bugging out while they're having this conversation. So you're kind of like, you're just listening in and and then this one, it would be more just like he's given up. Like, I wonder, do we even need Musk and those guys? Like, maybe it's, this one might actually be better. I think, you know what? Okay, here's my gut's telling me, let's keep these guys out of it for now. And maybe add Alex Jones and Eddie Musk and these guys in a third one where just things are on fire. It's just like insane. Like, just things are burning down. I got a good one for Trump. Let me show you the Trump one. If there's a, it's pretty funny. He's just looking up in the sky. It's just there's something just makes me giggle when I see it. Where's Trump? So what if there's a third one where the whole studio's on fire? And that one, unfortunately, he's facing directly towards the camera. So unfortunately, it may not work. But yeah, maybe that's what I should do. Like, the idea is this is 1 hour into it. So let's just look at a comparison. It's just started. I don't know. Is that enough? Is like that enough of a... Yeah, I kind of feel like that's like too distracting, having these guys doing the weird stuff. I think the third one should just be complete chaos and insanity. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to take a break. It's 3:45 p.m. September 19th, Saturday. And I'll try to finish this. Maybe I don't know. If people care, I can do another live stream. But I think for now, I am going to take a break. So anyway, I hope you had some good laughs. Yeah. Okay. Peace out. See ya.